Hello, today is by-election day in Ward 25 Ekurhuleni, but this is where the real work happens, in HQ, behind the scenes. Come and join me and I'll show you around. So you can see that we have different tables stationed around the hall, and each table represents a zone with up to 300 DA supporters. And what we're busy doing is phoning each zone and each voter to remind them to come out and vote today in the by-election. So each table has a zone controller and two telephonists that are phoning all the DA supporters from that particular zone. And we obviously just remind them that it is election day. People do forget, and to encourage them to come out and cast their ballot, because it's very important in this by-election. Parties only win when they get the voters out. So if you don't get your voters out to the polls, you don't win elections. And that's crucial in this regard. Over here is our where we receive the stats from the stations. So people here receive the stats, and then we analyze what's coming in, how many people have voted, and if they're our supporters or not. We have a formula that we use to determine that. We have different sweeps, what we call sweeps. Other parties may call them different things, where we send out drivers and hoppers to knock on the doors of our supporters to encourage them to come out and vote. So they're phoning for this zone, and Graham's keeping track of what percentage of the DA supporters have come out to date at this particular time. And we call that the worm. As you can see, it's like a worm. And the idea is to keep above the worm, that you're beating the average. An army can't run on an empty stomach, so we have to provide food as well, which is an essential part of election day. And so you can see people are being fed over there. So we've got people making 230 meals for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And then we're also taking the food to the different voting stations around the ward to make sure that people out in the field are also fed. So our HQ today is just down the road from one of the polling stations. We like to be as close as possible to a polling station to see how effective our getting out the vote is, and also to get a bit of the excitement of voting day. At the entrance to every polling station, you'll always see tents from different political parties. And the reason why parties have tents at the entrances is so the supporters can come to their table and we can scratch their names off the voters' roll, so we know that they've voted. And they're showing their affiliation to the party as well.